Welcome back to the Boot Tragedies. The Saints did start training camp today. Everybody was in the building. And with that being said, it's probably going to be a lot of moves. Well, not a lot. It's going to be some moves made. Some guys probably getting cut. Some guys getting shuffled around. And the Saints already started off today. They signed Nick Martin, center from Houston Texans. Played for the Raiders last year. He was a second-round pick, number 50 overall. The name might sound familiar just because his brother, Zach Martin, obviously is an all-pro guard for the Cowboys, been for like the last, 6-7 years. He's really, really good. We signed the brother Nick Martin, who was really good for the Texans. The first 4 years for the Texans, he was a starter. He started 62 out of the 64 possible games, man. Was very, very healthy, was very good for them. They signed him to like a 3-year, $20 million deal. So he was a really, really good center for them. In those 64 games for the Texans, he only had 12 penalties. That's averaging 3 penalties per year. You can't beat that as a starting center in the league. Only 3 penalties per year. That's pretty good. He played with the Raiders last year, like I said, but just a backup role. Didn't start a game for them. And it's going to be a good depth signing for the Saints, man. If you remember, offensive line was in shambles last year. Everyone basically got hurt at some point in the season except Ruiz. So signing a backup lineman that's a guy with experience who's still in the prime of his career. Let's just mention that he's still in the prime of his career. I think he is he's only 29 years old, man. He still has a lot in the tank, so he's definitely a player I can see stepping up if McCoy goes down, or if the Saints, they run their 6 lineman package, a guy that plays an extra lineman, kind of how Will Clapp did. I think we have a couple guys that's capable of doing that. I think he fits that mold as well. So we'll see, man. I think he will make this team. We did need a backup center. I think it was a must-have signing for the Saints. If you remember last year when McCoy went out, we had to do some mix and match nonsense. We had to put Ruiz at center, and it did not go well. It did not go well for Ruiz. He's obviously going to just focus on guard now. He just has to get that down. He just has to become at least average to good, at guard before he's trying to play multiple positions. So I do think bringing in the backup center is going to just help everyone. We don't have to worry about moving, guys out of position if something was to happen to McCoy, which hopefully McCoy starts all 17 games and we never need to see Nick Martin on the field. I do think this was a good signing. It's going to bolster this offensive line room. Obviously, we have James Hurst, Trevor Penny at tackle. They're going to be battling for that tackle spot. Then you got Andres Pete and Forrest Lamp. They're going to be not battling for that guard spot, but those are going to be the 2 guards. Now we got Eric McCoy and Nick Martin, on the offensive line at center. Then you have Cesar Ruiz and Kelvin Throckmorton at guard. And then you have Ryan Ramczyk and Landon Young at the other tackle position. So that's 10 guys deep that we're going to have on the offensive line. You usually carry about 9 throughout the season, so someone may have to be practice squad, rotating in and out of there. But I think that's a very, very good offensive line room. Guys are going to have to compete. If you're not playing well, man, you're just not going to be standing out there. It's 10 guys that's capable, of playing for the Saints, or at least have some experience of playing in the NFL. So that's going to be very, very good for us. Now, I won't stretch this video out any longer than it needs to be, man. It's just a good backup center signing. Nothing more, nothing less. This isn't going to change the scape, of the Saints season or anything like that. But it is a good signing. You never know, man. We may need them down the line. And if you're new to this channel, man, please hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. Also, join the Discord, follow the Twitch, follow me on Twitter, all of those things, man. The links are in the description below. And as always, this is the Boot Tragedies, and I'm out.